Here's the thing about leading change. Having a great vision isn't enough. The real question is, how do you bring everyone with you on the journey? And one of the most powerful ideas that I've heard is called building the bridge. And if you imagine a huge ravine, on one side is where your team stands today. On the other side is this compelling vision of the future. And as a leader, you're already standing on the vision side. You can see it clearly. You're excited about it. You know where you're trying to go, but does everyone else? They're standing across the ravine trying to decide if they should or want to follow you. And this is where it gets interesting. If someone on your team is a creative, a pioneer, a connector, and the vision itself is compelling, they're usually bought in. They're the ones who say, "Let's go. We'll figure it out together." They're willing to swim across the ravine if they have to. Maybe even dodge a few sharks, right? But maybe fight their way through a little chaos. They're willing to do that. And if the future is exciting enough, they trust that they will find a way along with you. But here's the catch: that group only represents about 30% of people in your workplace. The other 70%, your nurturers and guardians, they also appreciate a great vision, but they're asking entirely different questions. For example, they're wondering, is this safe? Because in their mind, they're responsible for people, for systems and resources. They want to know that if they bring all of that with them across the ravine, everyone actually makes it to the other side. And a lot of them have been burned before. They've followed charismatic leaders that have big ideas. They trusted the vision, and somewhere along the way, things fell apart. People were lost, resources were wasted, and they made a quiet promise to themselves that I won't allow myself to go through that again. So when you see them hesitating, it's not resistance, it's really wisdom. And that's why the job of a leader isn't just to cast vision, it's to build a bridge for your team. Show them how the journey works, demonstrate the path from today's reality to the possibility of tomorrow. And maybe that means running a pilot project first. Maybe it means showing up or showing examples where the idea has worked before. Maybe it means inviting them to help evaluate the process before the whole organization moves in that direction. It takes more time than you'd probably like, but forcing people to jump rarely works. When you build the bridge, your guardians and nurturers, they gain confidence. They see that the future isn't just exciting, that it's even sustainable. And when that happens, something powerful can happen inside of your organization. You don't just get the adventurous 30%. You bring the entire team along with you. And that's when leadership becomes safer, stronger, and more productive. If this message resonated with you today, I'd like to encourage you to subscribe to our newsletter, The Empowered Leader. You can do right here via the QR code on this video recording. And if you would like a free coaching session with me, you can do that as well. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.